Hello, my beautiful light-bearing family. Enigma here, and I'm so grateful that you are tuning into my vlog. So how are you all going with quarantine? Isn't it wonderful? We're able to embrace so many parts of us that we've often left a little neglected. So today I wanted to illustrate a little bit of a diagram of something that we might have witnessed a lot of people going through, which is the anxiety, or which is a fear of not being able to be productive. And so in quarantine, a lot of us are sitting at home. Obviously us light workers are meditating, but a lot of us fellow humans are really finding it difficult to not do. Our birthright as light workers, we understand this is as human being, but a lot of people are struggling with that, and they're not comfortable with that at all. Our world has taught them that they need to do, produce, create, go after all their desires. They need to tick their boxes, cross their T's, dot their I's, and they need to constantly be doing, moving. And we know that that is an old paradigm that can be transcended. And this is a collective chance for humanity to learn this lesson. How to be a human being, not a doing. So little demonstration here. I thought it's nice to illustrate things. I'm a very visual person, obviously, as an artist. So I'm going to draw a circle. Hopefully it's fairly round. That's not too bad. And I'm just going to call this life is a balance. So we've been very blessed as light workers. We know these concepts. So you're going to resonate with it as soon as I put it on paper. What I really want, though, is for you to share this information with your friends and family and remind them that this is a chance to practice something that is our birthright. So this balance, we'll do a bit of a yin-yang thing here. Okay, so we have two parts to life, right? We have survival, which is what we were all doing before this quarantine. And then we have the sacred, which is what we've all been forced to do now that we're in quarantine. And I'll explain a little bit of that in a moment. So what is survival? Well, survival is the rat race, isn't it? So things like paying bills, family care, respite, that sort of thing. Exercise for a lot of people is a chore. It's not enjoyable. They do it because they have to. We have chores, speaking of chores, so things that you need to do on a daily basis. Commitments. Everyone has various commitments that some people take on a lot, other people don't take on as many. Keeping our nutrition up to survive. Obviously, making money is a big one. Work, going to work, it's part of making money, isn't it? Often. Cleaning, so that could be in your chores. Cleaning and tidying. And shelter, we'll make sure we have shelter, food, water. I think food and water would be up here. Okay, so pretty straightforward, right? This is all the things that we were doing before quarantine. And the thing is, in our culture, we've been taught to focus on this side of things. This is the most important thing, right? This is what we're told is number one. In fact, we're made to feel guilty if we are not making this the majority of our life. And that leads to all sorts of problems. And I don't need to explain to you light workers that guilt is one of the bottommost, lowest vibrations you can have. And we are innately innocent beings. So our society pushes this guilt in an unbalanced way because this is only half the equation of a life that is balanced. So what is some things that are sacred that we are all doing now that we're in quarantine, which were not a priority or not even considered for a lot of people really stuck in the machine, in the rat race? I'll write some of these down. So we've got things like kindness is a sacred skill. Things like generosity. Things like compassion, gratitude, relaxation. That's a big one we're getting now. What else? Creativity. I'm loving painting all the time. Playing as children. Children know how to play. We haven't been practicing as much as we could. Now's the chance. What else we have? Joy, laughter. We need to have lots of laughter as a human being. It's our innate trait. Music. Music. I'm sure a lot of you have been playing beautiful music. So now that we're in this chance to really focus on the sacred. What else do we have? I think I've covered most of it. Dancing. I dance around the lounge room. Okay. So like I said, light workers, I know that you recognize this important balance. And what's happening in the world right now is that the former majority who are stuck in the rat race have been forced to almost close down this part that they were told was the most important thing in life, was survival. And what are they left with? If they're sitting at home and they're feeling they're unable to achieve what they're told is important, a lot of them are feeling guilt. So as I mentioned, guilt is a terrible vibration to be in a lot, and then a lot of people are experiencing guilt and anxiety because they aren't able to do a lot of these things. And that's where we come in, light workers. So we lead by example. We raise the consciousness of humanity through our leadership, through our constant being in these states of sacred, these states of kindness and generosity and compassion and gratitude and relaxation and playing and creativity and joy and laughter and music and dancing. We are actually, as crazy as this sounds, we're healing the world, and the world is healing with us when we realize how important we need to swing back to this as a humanity, as a collective. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it? So right now, a lot of us are realizing this, especially as light workers. We're realizing, well, this makes sense, doesn't it? If we've been swinging too far this way all that time, then of course there's going to be a massive swing this way. We need to relearn how to do this stuff. So I want to encourage you to spread the word to your family and friends that now is the time for the sacred, to lift the vibration of the planet. We're going to make a huge energetic shift. It's already happening, and that's exciting. Well, thank you so much. I hope that's illustrated a good point for you. And I want to share with you a new painting that I've just completed. Just swing you around here. Okay, so this one here. This one was actually inspired because I took a photo earlier this year at a local organic farm, and this is me walking through these beautiful sunflower fields. So yes, once again, I've included the feminine, and I wanted to illustrate in this painting how just being in a place in nature can create a healing effect. And I painted this so that I would be reminded, just by viewing this, that the healing effect can come through the painting. And that's the power of art. Art is a sacred thing. I should have put art on the list. Art is sacred too. All right, my beautiful, loving, light-working family. I love you very much, and I'll speak to you soon. This is Enigma.